There's breaking news just coming into CNN right now. Meta, the parent company of both Facebook and Instagram, says it's restoring the social media accounts of former President Donald Trump. For more on that, I want to bring in CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan, CNN's Kristen Holmes, and CNN media analyst Sarah Fisher. She's a senior media reporter over at Axios. Donnie, let me start with you. First of all, give us the specifics. What are you learning?
Yeah, well, if this is the most politically consequential decision Meta, Facebook's parent company, has ever made. In the past few minutes, Meta announcing that it is going to allow former President Donald Trump back on its platforms, which of course include Facebook and Instagram. Trump was kicked off both of those platforms in the days following the Capitol attack. Facebook saying at the time that having him there was a risk to public safety. Facebook said that they would reassess this decision after 2 years, which they did this month. And they decided, I guess, that the risk to public safety is not what it was, in their view, in January 2021. And now are putting him back on the platform. He's going to get his accounts back in the coming weeks. But Wolf, the really, really important thing here for the Trump campaign, particularly as we go into 2024, is in previous campaigns, Trump has spent hundreds of millions on targeted Facebook advertising. That is going to be a very, very important tool as we go into 2024.
It certainly is, and he presumably could raise a lot of money advertising as well. Sarah, I know you had an exclusive interview with Nick Clegg. Tell us about that. He's the president. He's president of global affairs for Meta. What can you tell us about what he revealed to you?
Yeah, well, for one thing, Wolf, he did not talk to Trump or any of his associates before this decision. So they are learning about this in real time at the same time as CNN's viewers are learning about this. He also did not talk to the White House or any other stakeholders. So we're all learning about it at the same time. A couple of other things to note. He takes full responsibility for this decision, not Mark Zuckerberg. Part of the reason that they elevated him to that president of global affairs role is so that he could take some of that responsibility, take some of the heat off of Mark Zuckerberg. And I think the last consequential thing is that there's going to be instances where Donald Trump might post something that doesn't explicitly break their rules, Wolf, but they're going to want to do something about it. And so Meta has rolled out some new things that they're going to do to take control in those situations. For example, they might limit the ability of a post to be reshared, but keep that post up. They also might say, all right, Donald Trump, we're not going to take your accounts away. We're not going to suspend them, but you no longer can run ads against them. And to Donnie's point, that's a huge deal. And so these are new things that their engineering teams are going to have to reconstruct. And Wolf, that's why Nick Clegg told me they're not reinstating his accounts today. They're going to need some time technologically on the back end to build this out before they let him back on.
Interesting. Kristen, how is Trump reacting to this breaking news?
Well, look, as Sarah said, no one was giving a heads up. So the people I'm talking to are very, very happy, but we have yet to have a formal statement from Trump world because they are learning about this in real time. We know that no one in Trump's team was contacted early, given an early heads up. They were actually contacted for a meeting just before 5 o'clock. They're still, as what I'm hearing, in that meeting are still trying to understand the details of what this means for them. On their end, what are these restrictions exactly? What exactly does this timeline look like? But they are very excited. As we reported last week, they sent a letter to Facebook trying to expedite this process. As Donnie said, a lot of this is about financing. They need that money going into 2024, and they have complained privately that being off Facebook has stopped them from getting new donors, from picking up donors, from advertising in Trump's voice, which again leads to more money, leads to donors, etc. So this is something that they are very, very much looking forward to. And the other thing I do want to point out here, we know that he has already been reinstated on Twitter, but it is likely that you are actually going to see him tweet in the near future. We know, and this is from sources around Trump world, that he has been workshopping what his first tweet might be. Even members of the campaign asking outside advisors, what do you think it would look like if Trump got back on Twitter? Now, of course, he still has his own platform, Truth Social, and there are legal implications there, but it does sound more and more likely that we're going to see him active on Twitter as well.
Certainly. He used to be very, very active on Twitter with his millions of followers out there. Donnie, how did Facebook, you got some more specifics, how did Facebook wind up making this important decision?
Yeah, well, like many things with Facebook and their explanation, it's a bit wishy-washy. They claim that they were put in place a kind of framework that we've reported on the past few weeks where they considered quite a subjective issue, which was is Donald Trump on our platforms a threat to public safety? We're still going through Meta's exact reasonings on all of that yet, but it doesn't seem to be particularly clear. Look, obviously there are other considerations as they made this decision as well. I also think what is quite notable here is, Sarah just mentioned once the name Mark Zuckerberg. The person who runs this company has kind of given Nick Clegg, the former Deputy Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, who lost his election in the UK in 2017, a failed politician, this huge power, kind of to be the fall guy, to take this decision. So this is taking a lot of heat off Zuckerberg himself.
How dramatic, Sarah, is this decision?
It's huge, Wolf, and it has implications that are broader than just U.S. politics. You'll recall that Facebook has taken action on other world leaders, Bolsonaro in Brazil when he was sort of denouncing COVID vaccines. And so what this means is that moving forward, Facebook is not going to be the same type of public square that maybe Twitter is, which has much more relaxed content policies under Elon Musk. They're going to take a much more cautious approach. The other really important thing about this decision is that they're going to change the way that they think about content that's considered newsworthy. So in the past, a criticism of silencing Donald Trump has been, well, doesn't the public deserve to know if he says something crazy, even if it's crazy? Now they're saying, yes, we do think that they should know about it. We might just not promote it as much as we used to in algorithms.